Hello CS112, today I'll be going over a quick solution to homework 1. This homework was made to help you guys get familiar with the command prompt / terminal, as well as the text editor of your choice. So I'm going to assume that you guys have already downloaded Python correctly, but there's a way to check if you have downloaded it correctly. So I will be solving this using Windows, but it's very similar for Mac and Linux users. So the very first thing I'm going to do is open my command prompt, which I can do by going down here, clicking on that, and typing in CMD. Hit enter, and this black box should pop up. For Mac users, this is not called your command prompt, it is called your terminal, and I don't know how to access it, so you're going to have to Google how to access my terminal on my Mac, or using Mac. Now to check whether you've downloaded a good version of Python or not for this course, you simply type in Python right here, no space after it. And if you're a Mac user, you type in Python 3. Regardless, you would hit enter afterwards, and it will tell you not only the language, but also the version you've downloaded. As you can see, I have downloaded 3.7.9 because that's when I was most recently using it, and that is a valid version because it is 3.7 or greater. Now, as you can see, it looks slightly different down here. I have 3 carets and a blinker. What I've done by typing simply Python here, or Python 3 for Mac users, without anything following it, no arguments, I have created a Python environment. I can now write simple code here. So I can say x equals 5. I can say y equals 8. I can print the sum of those because the computer has stored in the values of x and y. It should give me 13. I can also print out what the assignment wants you to print out, which is hello world. Boom. So this was just very simple commands that you can do in this Python environment. However, this is not what we wanted you guys to do in this assignment. This would be way too easy to just print it out in your Python environment. We wanted you guys to use a text editor, which is completely independent from your command prompt, to excuse me, which is completely independent from your command prompts in order to save a Python file and that prints out hello world and run it through the command prompt. So here I'm going to open up the text editor I use, which is Visual Studio Code. That just happens to be what my 112 professor was using. So I'm going to click New File, and I can start typing. For most of you guys, when you open your text editors, it should already look like this, where you have a text file here. Now this is not a Python file. If I type in print hello world, nothing's gonna happen. This is just a text file. It's like ABCs or whatever. But in order to make this a Python file, I would need to save it as one. So I'll go to Save As. I want to save it in a very specific location. So right now it's in my OneDrive in a folder called CS112 in a folder called Assignment. And I'm going to give it a meaningful name. You guys have a very specific name. You have to name your files or you will get points taken off, which are defined in the assignment's PDF. However, I can name mine whatever I want, so let's go with Batman today. And you can go down here, click on this, and look for Python, but the easiest way, in my opinion, is just to end it with .py. It will automatically convert it from a plain text document to a Python file. This .py tells it to do so. If you had .java, it would convert it to a Java file, etc. So as you can see here, I'm going to hit save, and now the colors have changed to, it's more readable, it's prettier. This is what code looks like, at least in my terminal or my text editor. As you can see, it now has the path of exactly how to get to this Python file, which now has the Python logo next to it. I don't know if your guys' text editors have this or not. However, I'm going to quickly say that I have seen this on private and public posts on Piazza of syntax errors, and that is because you guys are still in the Python environment. You are not in your command prompt. You're within this Python environment. If you type in, let me just do it here, Python, and then your .py file like this, like you're supposed to, you will get a syntax error. This is what you guys are getting. Now, a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, there's no syntax wrong with this. Well, that's not what it's saying. It's saying that right now you're coding in Python, and if you type in this line right here, it means nothing in Python. That's just, that's not an assignment. That's just invalid syntax. That means nothing to the Python interpreter. So you need to get out of this Python interpreter back into your directory, so it sort of looks like it did right when you opened it. Now you can either X out and reopen your command prompts, or you can, I believe it's close, exit. It's exit for Windows, and I don't know what it is for Mac, but it might not be the same as this. But as you can see now, I am back to where I started. I am back in my directory, and as you can see, this users nice P. I need to now navigate to my OneDrive, to CS112, and to my assignments. So I'm within the same folder, or the same directory. There's a folder as a directory, as my batman.py file. And I will do this by changing my directory, the cd command, which stands for change directory. I'll type in cd, one space, and then I will go to my OneDrive. I can simply just type in the first letter and hit tab, and it'll eventually get to it with a / CS112 / assignments, and then I click enter. Now you can see that it has cleanly gotten through the directory to exactly where I need to go. Now keep in mind, if I had said OneDrive with like a lowercase d or a space or anything else, any spaces or any like typos or lowercase versus uppercase, it will throw an error. Or if there is a folder with the same name but a different like upper or lowercase, it will take me to the wrong folder. So it needs to be an exact match to where you're going. So now that I am within the actual folder that has my Batman file in it, I can now type in Python Batman, and as you can see, it now prints hello world. So that was pretty much it. I'm just going to quickly run down what I just did here while changing my directory. So I'm going to open up my file explorer. As you can see, I'm just going to close up everything here. At the very beginning, I have exactly 4 things, right? My quick access, my OneDrive, my PC, and network. As you can see right here, it is in my OneDrive I need to go. That's where I'm starting off. So when I first told it to go to the OneDrive, right here, change directory OneDrive, I went into my OneDrive. And then / CS112, I now went into my 112 folder, where I then went into my assignment. You see how it's assignment with nothing after that? That's what differentiates these folders. Into my assignment folder, where Batman resides. I can't go inside Batman, so if I tried changing my directory to Batman, nothing would have happened. I would have gotten an error. So that's why I stopped at assignment, because that is a folder in which I am working in. And that is where I can type Python with a space batman.py. Remember, I am outside of this Python environment. So you guys really don't even need to type in this Python. It's confusing a lot of you guys. So just to reiterate, I could literally just type in cmd, and then I could change my directory to exactly where my folder or file is, type in Python followed by Batman, and it should work. You really do not need to type in Python like that before you do anything. Okay, that's just going to send you into the Python interpreter, and you cannot change your directory or navigate through your files here inside this Python interpreter. These are 2 completely separate things.